And today is the final episode of Obama in Wonderland Sentence Corrections. Let's get correcting. Well, we're off to a good start with this first sentence. It worked. It's perfect. Let's look at these sentences. This is a robbery. Where am I? Why the angry face? All of these are also correct. Some of you may ask, what does the third one mean? Why the angry face? Obama is asking why the clock looks angry. Yes, you can ask this. Why the angry face? But then Obama asks, why are you mad? Which is also correct. The clock answers, because my life is in danger. An ellipsis is being used here because Obama interrupts the clock. And he says, I think you've got it wrong. I spoke to the Mad Hatter and he explained everything. The first sentence is fine grammatically. However, the phrase I think means that Obama isn't 100% sure. The phrase I think means that there is some doubt, but we know that the Mad Hatter told Obama what happened. Therefore, Obama should say, you've got it all wrong. The other sentence is grammatically correct. All we need to do is capitalize the M and the H, because Mad Hatter is a name. And we need a comma here. Two sentences with a conjunction. Obama explains, he was just using an expression. He has no intention to kill you. Well, it should be, he was only using an expression. He has no intention of killing you. We want to change the word just to only, because he was only using an expression. Nothing more, so we use the word only. I've posted a link below to help you more with the words only and just. No intention of, that's a good word grouping. He was only using an expression. He has no intention of killing you. The clock then responds with, oh, really? Then I jump to conclusions. I owe an apology to the Mad Hatter. First, let's take away the extra H in the word oh. You can say that. You can say, oh, really? But I think the clock is saying, oh, really? Like, I'm surprised. If I say, oh, really, then it sounds sarcastic, like, I don't believe you. Oh, really? It doesn't sound like they're accepting the information. So let's take away that second H, put a comma, and say, oh, really? Then we're going to remove then I, because then I is used when you're saying, I did this, then I did that, then I did this. And the clock is just stating, oh, really? I jumped to conclusions. Then there's the spelling of conclusions. How do you spell conclusion? Right, C-O-N-C-L-U-S-I-O-N-S, conclusions. Then it's a period. We don't need that ellipsis. Full stop, use that period. I owe and an apology? No, I owe an apology to the Mad Hatter. Or you can simply say, I owe him an apology. Obama says, that's okay, and don't forget the period. Here are two questions. The first is grammatically correct. The second one, can you move time to 5 o'clock? We can't move time. You can change the time. You can move your clocks forward or back for daylight savings. The question should be, could you change the time to 5 o'clock, please? I also added please because it's polite. And yes, we need that comma there. The clock responds, I would, but my clock hands are rusty and I can't move them. Clock hands is not one word, it's two. We don't need that comma there because I would is not a complete sentence. However, we do need a comma after rusty. I would, but my clock hands are rusty. That's one sentence. I can't move them. This is the other one. I would, but my clock hands are rusty, comma, and I can't move them, period. Then Obama says, you could use some grease. All we need to do is to take one M away in and add a period at the end. And then he says, I think I've got the solution for your rust problem. This is correct. You can also say, I think I've got the solution to your rust problem. Then the clock says, how refreshing. This is an exclamation like, wow. This is not a question, so the exclamation point is correct. But we need to capitalize the N in now and use a comma. And don't forget that period at the end. Obama then responds with, it's 5 o'clock. And that exclamation point is great because he's happy. Then Obama runs back to the tree and goes through the opening and sees a bird, kills the bird, and says, I guess we just found dinner. And now we can use the word just because he just did that. Obama puts some potion on the bird which makes the big white dog shrink after it eats it. And then Obama says, the old trick of poisoned chicken. I love classics. First of all, I don't know of any poisoned chicken tricks. And that wasn't a chicken he killed. It just said giant bird. Okay, we'll say chicken. Grammatically, the old trick of the poisoned chicken is not a complete sentence. We can use a phrase here. Now that's what I call something. That's the phrase. Now that's what I call something. It should be, now that's what I call the old trick of the poisoned chicken. And take away that ellipsis, use an exclamation point, and then add a period at the end of I love classics. Obama grabs the sword and then bowls the guards over and says, I didn't know I was that good at bowling, period. This is fine. And now Obama uses that catapult and says, this dragon is about to experience my sword skills. This is grammatically correct. Just add that period at the end. And then he somersaults through the air and cuts off the dragon's head and says, I'm deadly even with a toothpick. Yes, that's a sword, but he says toothpick because he's making a joke. Then he says, the evil queen has no power now that her dragon has been defeated. Add that period, and it's fine. Then he continues, you don't have to fear for your lives anymore. You are free. Do you see the comma splice? Those are two full sentences. You can't use a comma here. You don't have to fear for your lives anymore, period. You are free! Exclamation point. The Queen of Hearts says, "Don't listen to him." But remember, don't write in all caps. A guard says, "He's right. The dragon has been defeated. Now we are free." How many sentences do you see? I see 3. We need 3 punctuation marks. What would you use? Then the guard says, "Besides, the Queen of Hearts always treated us bad and threatened to cut our heads off." We should use "has always treated us badly." Besides, the Queen of Hearts has always treated us badly. Or is always treating us badly. The Queen of Hearts is always treating us badly. Let's use that. That's the present continuous. And we use badly because it's an adverb that modifies the word treated, meaning it's telling us how they were treated badly. And threaten needs an S at the end because the Queen of Hearts is a she, and she threatens. Besides, the Queen of Hearts is always treating us badly and threatens to cut our heads off. Then Obama says, "Why don't you pick Alicia, Queen of Wonderland?" It should be, "Why don't you make Alicia the Queen of Wonderland?" You don't pick a president. You don't pick a queen. You make them president by voting, and they are made queen by someone. Why don't you make Alicia the Queen of Wonderland? I'm sure she'll be fair and nice to everyone. I changed everybody to everyone. Both are correct, but the word everyone is used more often, and I think it sounds better. The Queen yells, "Don't listen to him. I'm your queen, and I order you not to listen." Did you find all of the corrections? See if you can correct the punctuation for the next one. The guard says, "From now on, we'll have a new queen." And here's the next one. "Congratulations, Alicia." That's right. Use a comma there. And what about the next sentence? Alicia says, "Thanks for coming to my rescue and liberating Wonderland." We don't need that comma here. And again, the period at the end. Don't forget it. Obama says, "No need to thank, that's what I do." It should be, "No need to thank me, period. That's what I do, period." We don't need a comma after no because it's being used as a phrase, "no need to." And now the rabbit comes in and says, "Good job, Obama. In behalf of all the citizens of Wonderland, I thank you." Well, this is almost correct. The punctuation isn't correct, and it's not in behalf. Do you know what it is? If you said on behalf, you're right. Good job. It should be written, "Good job, Obama. On behalf of all the citizens of Wonderland, I thank you." Obama replies, "It was nothing. This is fine. Don't forget the punctuation." And he continues with, "I'd just like to go home and be with my family, period." Good. The rabbit says, "Consider it done." Again, just needs that period at the end. Then Alicia says, "You'll always be welcome here, Obama." Again, this would be correct, but the punctuation is missing. And then the rabbit says, "Watch closely the clock." You can't say that. You can say, "Watch closely." which means to make sure you are watching. Or, the rabbit should say, watch the clock closely. Obama says, I just had the weirdest dream ever. No ellipsis here. This is not a pause. It's a statement. And be very careful when you use the word ever. In this sentence, it is used correctly. Then he says, I dreamed about talking cards, invisible cats, and crazy hares. This sentence is correct, even though it was only one invisible cat and one crazy hare. And some of you are probably asking about the word dreamed. I know that some people like to use the word dreamt. And I would say, I dreamt of talking cards, invisible cats, and crazy hares. Dreamt of, and not dreamed about. For more information on dreamed and dreamt, I've posted another link in the description box below. And Obama continues with, I'm probably working too much, period. And the rabbit ends with, thanks for helping Obama save Wonderland.
That's it. We're finished. This series has officially ended. Yay! But what are we going to do next week? You'll have to come back and find out. Will it be another writing series or will it be a pronunciation one? I'm not going to tell you now. I'll see you next week. Bye! Thank you for watching. Da, 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 da. We are finished. Yeah! We are finished. Yeah!